all-time scoring leader Don McLean. Bronny James makes his debut today, 4 months after suffering cardiac arrest. It's a remarkable story, and everyone's talking about it in college basketball.
And I think everyone's just happy he's back playing basketball, health first. But what he brings to this team, he's a high-level player. Great feel, great basketball IQ. Not a surprise based on who his dad is. He's really going to help this USC team. They don't have a lot of guard depth. He's an emerging offensive player. He's improved his shooting at every level of high school, transitioning into college. They are really happy he's back playing. He's going to be on some sort of minutes restriction here today, but long term, he's going to have a major impact on this USC basketball team.
You mentioned not a lot of Bronny James as he made his first entrance into the building today, Don.
An interesting existence to have this much media attention for your first college game, but I'm sure he's used to it by now, being the son of LeBron. But I think he's up for it. He's been in the spotlight for a long time, Bronny James has. I'm just excited for him to get back on the court. There's LeBron coming into the building. But a lot on this kid. And I mentioned in our open, the minute restriction, we don't know how long he's going to play, but nice for him just to get back into the swing, get some minutes, some live reps, and he'll continue to build as USC continues to play games.
And for the first time this season, 4 months after suffering cardiac arrest, Bronny James makes his collegiate debut.
Again, just happy for the kid to be back playing basketball and get into a real game. And we would say that whether it's LeBron James' son or any player, right? When you have a health scare like that, just great to see him back on the court.
LeBron videoing his son playing his first college hoops game. Special moment for the James family.
Let's see how he looks. You know, he hasn't played a real game in a long time, so there's going to be some rust, you would imagine. But the more he plays, the more he'll knock off that rust and have an impact on this USC team.
Sellers knocks in the mid-range J.
Well, that's what he does, and unfortunately hasn't shot it great this year. 29% from three, but that's what he brings to the table. So hopefully at some point Sellers can get going, see a few go in, and really get going.
Look at Bronny on the defensive end. The crowd loved it.
Speaking of strong, Bronny James for a freshman, like Collier, very strong, especially lower half. Able to really get into offensive players and disrupt.
2 on the shot clock. Amari Stroud.
He didn't get that out.
He didn't. Shot clock violation. That all started with Bronny on the perimeter. His teammates love it.
Well, I mentioned in our open, you knew the defense, what you saw in high school with Trent.
Here's Bronny. You can hear the crowd cheer when he gets it. Ellis, deep one. Another.
I know I'm right about that. The last two he missed, he was too open. That time he had a defender right in front of him. The cadence of his shot was his normal cadence, and that one goes in.
Boogie Ellis 2 for 4 from downtown. Tough shot by Jason Hart Jr. Here's Bronny. Gets it back, fires. Too strong.
The reaction of the crowd is unbelievable.
Morgan sets the screen for Ellis. He splits.
Nice pass.
Bronny passes. Rodman.
See, that's the feel part for Bronny James. So one more pass.
Just did it again. What Sellers going hard to the rim.
Unselfish plays by Bronny James.
Bronny James playing defense in his first college game. We're back in a moment.
Championship last night with the Lakers. In-season tournament, in my opinion, a gigantic success for the NBA, culminating last night with the Lakers winning it.
Bronny missed his first shot from 3, but played some good defense on the perimeter. July 24th, suffered the cardiac arrest during a workout, admitted to the ICU, rushed to the hospital, diagnosed with a congenital heart defect, and on November 30th, cleared to play, was limited on.
One other luxury Andy Enfield has is all 3 of his starting guards are good foul shooters. So when you talk about closing games with the ball in their hands, good foul shooter.
Hornery pass inside, taken away.
Hornery should have looked opposite wing on that one.
Oh, blocked by Bronny.
You see the athleticism of Bronny James, kind of like his dad. His dad's the best chase down block guy in the history of the world. Bronny with a bit of a chase down there. How many times have we seen LeBron James chase down a play? There you go. Wow. His dad usually does it off of one leg. That was off of two for Bronny, but same idea. See how high he got up in the air there.
Ellis gets the screen. Went to go down to Iwuchukwu. It finds Bronny. His pass. Nice pass.
I don't think that pass was intended for Iwuchukwu, but it got to him.
Take a look back at the pass.
See, he was trying to drop it off to Sellers right there, and it got all the way through to Iwuchukwu. Or maybe not. Maybe he was trying to get it to Iwuchukwu. We'll have to ask him.
Looking like his daddy. Pinning it on the backboard.
But again, that will continue to grow and evolve the more he plays. Hopefully he gets a good rip of minutes here in the second half. But he did have a chase down block in the first half, and his dad has made so famous throughout the years. But LeBron entering the building. I think a good start for Bronny. You know, they have a comfortable lead. And I'm sure he'll get the same amount of minutes in the second half, but he'll get more confident as it goes. And here's the play. Off of 2 feet. You see the athleticism.
Galen Center watching his boy, Bronny James, play his first ever college game. 51-45, the Trojans with the lead. Former teammate on the Miami Heat, Dwayne Wade, tweeting about Bronny. How special has today been to watch Bronny on the court?
No doubt. And again, we said it right off the top that everyone's happy just to see him back on the court based on what happened this past summer. And he will play more as time goes on.
The Beach's pace, which is slow and physical.
Well, they want to play fast, but I think they saw playing fast with USC doesn't work.
Bronny the pass. Morgan the finish. First assist for Bronny.
It's really not so much Long Beach State.
Transition.
3 defenders around him.
Up top, Stroud. He turns it over. Ellis. Bronny free. Got it to go. Bronny James, his first college bucket.
Yeah, nice to see on the trail. Got his feet set. Knocks down his first 3 for his first college points. Awesome.
LeBron standing up and clapping. That gets the crowd into it. Sabonis hits a big one.
They ain't going anywhere, this Long Beach State team. USC better realize that.
From defense to offense, Bronny James.
Sprint the court. You want shots? Sprint the court on the trail. Feet down. Knockdown. Great to see.
How good does that have to feel?
Yeah, so I don't care who you are, what level, and who your dad. When you've been out and you come back, those first couple shots are tough, and that was only his second field goal attempt, and he knocked it down. So I'm sure a big confidence booster for him.
Obviously, with Collier and Ellis, the backcourt is really special. You add Bronny to it in the mix. Would he be the team's 6th man? Would he start eventually? Andy Enfield doesn't really want to put a label on what Bronny will be for this team as LeBron gives the signal. It's our beefy moment presented by Old Trapper. Who else but Bronny?
Big day here at the Galen Center for Bronny in his first game back, and it's great that his dad got to be here to watch it. You can tell, and he's played hard today. He really has. You see him make that defensive play, run the floor hard, get to that spot, knock it down. Keep saying it. He is going to have a big effect on this USC team moving forward. The more minutes he's able to play, longer stretches he's able to play. A pretty good first start here for him.
9 minutes of action for Bronny. 1 for 3 from the field, 1 rebound. How good he gets at defense will kind of determine his stock in the NBA draft, or is there more to that?
I think you're evaluated on everything. You know, I think he's still he's a good shooter. I think he could improve as a shooter, as a catch and shoot guy from behind. Getting into the NCAA tournament or seeding for the NCAA tournament.
Look who's back in.
A little surprised by this, just because, you know, I have a feeling the foul trouble has something to do with it. He is a high-level defender who isn't in foul trouble. Rodman foul. No matter what happens here, Long Beach State gets an opportunity.
Ellis, left hand. Got it.
Tough shot. Kept it in his left hand. Put it up off the window. Big-time shot for Ellis, especially in this situation.
Crowd on their feet. Sahonis looking for an option. Stolen by Bronny James.
Back it out. Yeah, there you go.
And they foul Bronny. Bronny James at the free throw line. He misses his first.
Tough spot when you haven't played in a long time to be on the foul line to try and close out a game. Do make or miss on this free throw attempt, because a lot of coaches like to in this situation get the ball down the court and not call timeout, because when you call timeout it allows the defense to get set. So now make or miss, they're coming at USC's defense and don't have to stop it.
Everybody's up. Here we go. 5 or 6, Bronny James, junior, shooting 1 more free throw.
I want to know who's guarding Sahonis. I have a feeling he wants this last shot. No timeouts for Long Beach State.
James goes 1 of 2.
2-point game. Got a guard without foul in USC. Does Long Beach State go for the win with a 3, or do they go for a 2 and go to overtime?
Thompson. Sahonis.
I figured this was going to be the case.
Sahonis against Ellis. Sahonis for the tie. Got it to go with 3.9. Timeout, USC. Their final timeout.
No doubt in this situation, USC is going to have to make a tough shot.
Collier then gives it to Johnson. Now to Boogie Ellis. Ellis with 1. Collier for the win. Blocked. And we're going to overtime.
I thought Ellis should have taken it himself and just gotten something. He had time to get into the lane and make some sort of runner floater shot. See right here.
One of the most anticipated college basketball debuts in recent memory. Bronny James, the son of LeBron James, shining on the defensive end. Spectacular.
And I've said it a couple times. It's clear how much of an effect he's going to have on this team once he's playing heavy minutes, which he will. Just disappointing if USC doesn't finish the job here today and they don't get the win in Bronny's debut.
He played 16 minutes. 4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. A big chase down block, 2 steals as well. Teammates love it. LeBron loves it. And his Trojans were up by as many as 17 in the first half. Second half, the story, more physicality from Long Beach State and missed free throws by the Trojans.
All right, here we go.
Can't let USC roll it either.
Sellers checks in. Johnson inbound. Baseball pass. Hornery. Ellis has to quickly fire for 3. In and out. Ball loose. And that does it. Long Beach State, for the first time since 1987, has won a game at USC. 84-79, the final in overtime.
A great day to get Bronny James back on the court. disappointing that USC couldn't finish the job, but let's give Long Beach State a lot of credit. With their game plan in the second half, they went at USC physically, got to the foul line, got on the offensive board, and ended up doing enough at the foul line to win this one.
USC, no field goals in the last 2:41. Free throw struggles. They shoot 56% from the free throw line. And in the second half, just couldn't get it together. Long Beach State, for the first time since 1987, wins a game at USC. LeBron sees Bronny play.